What is up, everybody? It's Verse TV today. So we're gonna talk about this post I found extremely interesting. Somebody was talking about Starfield and how people have just been so negative about the Starfield game since they revealed it at the Xbox Bethesda showcase. Now, this game might have some flaws, what people assume is flaws, but this is still gonna be one of the greatest games of 2023 when it releases. It's like, I love Bethesda games, I love Fallout, I love Skyrim, and this is more of Fallout, just in space. I'm on board with that. You get a lot of takes from people who aren't even fans of Fallout to begin with, just criticizing this game. Like, if you don't like the Fallout series to begin with, then why do you care about Starfield? Oh, I know, because it threatens it threatens your insecurities about you owning a PlayStation. Like, it's just ridiculous. But this is what this guy stated, Jess Corden. He said, PSA Starfield is Bethesda RPG in space. It is not a space sim like Elite Dangerous or No Man's Sky. Yeah, a lot of comparisons of people comparing it to No Man's Sky. Like, what? Just because it's a game in space and you do space exploration, you go to different planets, it's like No Man's Sky now? It's so stupid, the comparisons that people are doing. It's like, I haven't played No Man's Sky, so I can't say if that game is bad or not, but if it's not, I have no interest in playing that game, to be honest. I might check it out at one point, but it's the different level of excitement I have for Starfield than I would for No Man's Sky. And people are saying it's the same. It's just nonsense. It is just literally Sony fanboys or Xbox haters at this point who are trashing Starfield. And if you listen to one of these people and actually fall for their BS, then you deserve at this point. Don't let these people take away your hype away because they're jealous because this is an Xbox exclusive. And he says, thanks for attending my TOD talk. So yeah, it's just a ridiculous statement. They really are doing the most to tear apart this game right now, and it's just insane. So, this guy says, people are also trying to tell me that Elden Ring isn't an RPG. I'm surprised this has to be explained. Yeah, that it's not the same as No Man's Sky. I think a certain fan base doesn't want Starfield to be an enjoyable, good game. Or they weren't going to play on an Xbox or a PC anyway. Yeah, the people trashing this game weren't gonna play this game to begin with because more than likely they don't like these games anyway. But they want to trash. They want to trash for people who do enjoy these games. You mean the worst fan base in gaming? I think I might have a clue who you're talking about. We all know who it is. He's referring to the Sony fanboys. As like the people who say Xbox have no games but get mad at the slightest whenever Xbox gets an exclusive title or a game to their platform. But I can't fly seamlessly from a planet to outer space. Trash game. I was seeing that too. People were making that statement too, that you can't fly seamlessly to a planet, so the game is trash now. Or the protagonist doesn't speak, so the game is trash now. Like, really. Preach? What is the Starfield background? He's like the Sony fanboy crying in the background. Okay. We all know why they don't like it, but it is simply a Bethesda RPG in space. I don't think that's a problem. It's because this is a Bethesda game in space. I don't know why there's a problem. I'm down with that. I'm fine with that. Just being a Bethesda game in space. I'm okay with that, actually. I do not understand their rational hate for it because it's an Xbox exclusive game, a highly anticipated one. That's why they hate it so much. The cries of OMG as a Fallout Man Sky 76 version 1.0 seems a bit disproportionate of a response for that deep dive. Looked fun and it'll get better, and the framework they're developing allows for so much to be added via mod/DLC. I do get tired of people comparing it to No Man's Sky. Like, no. Seriously, so many people act like No Man's Sky having manual landings makes it a better game, without realizing it lacks practically everything Starfield would have: deep RPG mechanics, an actual story, side quests, and endings, recurring characters, etc. People should be comparing Starfield to Outer Worlds instead. That makes more sense, to be honest. At least if you're gonna compare the two, at least use Outer Worlds as a comparison. Like, it's a space RPG, which you could probably play like a space sim from the looks of it. Only people complaining about Starfield are the pony fanboys, pretty much at this point. Those are the only people really complaining about this game, because the people who aren't interested in this game aren't talking about it. But you know, the Sony fanboys, they have to be extremely annoying at all times about Xbox, anything related to Xbox at this point. My thought process is play the game or don't quit being. Yeah. I'm honestly starting to think people just hate video games these days. It kind of seems like it with all the negativity. You kind of think people just hate video games at this point. Like, are any of you actual fans of gaming anymore, or do you just like to hate us just now because? Personally, Starfield is exactly the kind of game I'm gonna sink hours into. It seems freaking dope. Okay. No disrespect to gamers, Starfield would throw Mass Effect and No Man's Sky out the window. That is a big statement right there. Specifically the Mass Effect trilogy. Those were some amazing games, so if Starfield can outdo those games, I'm all for it. With this logic, if Starfield is No Man's Sky, then The Last of Us is another Resident Evil. There it is. Yeah, because you shoot zombies. Yeah, I haven't even played No Man's Sky. It's like I have no interest in that game whatsoever, so I don't know if that game is even good or not. I know they drastically improved that game, but just to compare it is just so stupid to compare this to No Man's Sky. People would defend outdated and just plain lazy game mechanics over an actual game with new and exciting game mechanics because I don't like woke stories. I don't know what he's referring to with this comment right here. There's a difference between copying a game and being inspired by it. Starfield an example of the latter. Bethesda most likely looked at Elite Dangerous and No Man's Sky and decided to make a similar game without directly copying them. This, people are forgetting, Bethesda isn't trying to compete with Star Citizen / No Man's Sky / Elite Dangerous. They're making a single-player RPG experience with a space theme, including ship flight, ship customization, crew customization, etc. Stop comparing it to survival sims. Jesus, the game isn't even out yet, and there's already an internal controversy about it. So the person who sent me a No Man's Skyrim meme was actually keeping me updated. I really hope that people actually understand this is going to enter purchasing the game. Like, I'm absolutely sure there's a ton of people are going to be disappointed by this game purely because they were fed false information by this industry. It is a Bethesda Studio Games RPG first and foremost. Yeah. This is common sense. Finally, someone who understands the difference. Yeah, pretty much that. But yeah, the game is gonna be good. If you like Fallout, if you like Bethesda stuff before, you're gonna like this one. I don't see what the big deal is. I think the problem we have here is people who don't like Bethesda stuff in general are now they want to be in the conversation. They want to talk about this thing when they don't play the games to begin with. So why are you being in the conversation? I don't like sports games, so I don't comment on sports games. But you know, people who don't play Fallout games or Skyrim or Bethesda stuff in general now want to be in the conversation. And they want to say the game looks trash when it's not. You know, compared to these other space games with space settings, which is ridiculous. Starfield is going to be amazing. To summarize it, it's going to be an amazing game. I look forward to playing it. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's like, stop making these stupid comparisons. It's just annoying at this point. But yeah, I have definitely been seeing these comparisons as well. People have been doing the most with this game. But yeah, so I'm not going to conclude it right here, but definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Have you been seeing people being overly negative about this game as well? Let me know your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.